Welcome, my friends, to Midweek Wednesday Connect, where we rewire the mind for hope. We recharge our spirits and we reclaim the peace within, peace that surpasses all understanding, my friends. If your thoughts have been heavy or scattered this week, let's just take a few moments to feel grounded and to feel present. I invite you to place your feet flat on the ground and to have your hands just resting gently in your lap. And I invite you now, if you feel you would like to, just to gently close your eyes. As you breathe in, let the breath lengthen. As you exhale, let that breath just go out slowly. And when you've let all that breath out, just pause for a few seconds, just for a moment, and breathe again. Remember that we're engaging the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system to be calm and relaxed. Again, just breathing and letting that breath lengthen. Breathing out slowly, remembering to pause. And just continue taking these slow, long breaths and slowly exhaling. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to this present moment. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw relax. Even let your legs relax and move your toes just a wee bit. Just to be present. Present and yet alert and calm and focused and grounded. Just continue, my friends. Breathing long, exhaling slow, and pausing for a moment. Being here, being now, being present. And when you feel ready, just open your eyes slowly. Be present to the environment around you, but continue to use that breath to bring you back to the present moment and to be grounded. Letting that breath lengthen as you inhale, and to do that pause. To share with you the 5 stages of prayer, or the 5 stages as you go through the labyrinth, or the 5 stages that you can use for meditation. The first is to ready yourself, to go to that place where we were doing that breathing, to ground yourself, to be present. The second is to release anything that might be stopping you from finding that inner peace. We then come to the center of that meditation or labyrinth and we receive. It can be just a moment of peace, or perhaps you actually hear that sacred sound, that ancient music. Then we return. We return out, and as we do so, we're thankful. We think about what we have received, whether that could just be a moment of silence and stillness alone. But as you return, think of all the things that you're thankful about. And then write those things down. Take a moment to journal. We know that there could be even further insight into that moment as you write. And it's best to just have a journal and a pen to write freehand because the longer that you write, the more insights that may come. And so, ready yourself, release, receive, return, and write. This can be done with the labyrinth as well. As you prepare to go in, you journey inward, you release, to the center you receive. You then return, and then you can write what you experienced. Let's go through each of the steps one by one. The first one is to start with the APB that we talked about last week. It's gaining that awareness, pausing, and then taking a breath, so that then you feel grounded, present, and then relax. Allow your jaw to relax, allow your shoulders to relax. Just be present to the moment and now. In prayer, we speak our heart's desire to God. We pause to hear that ancient song that was here before any human beings were, but abides within us, is deep within us, as we pause and travel through these steps. As we enter in, we need to just release things that are troubling us, anything that is causing chaos, any drama that we may have. Just release it. Release your fears. Release the worries. Release those distractions and just be here now. We use a breath watchword to help us to keep that focus. If you become distracted as you're praying or as you're meditating or as you're using the labyrinth, this watchword will help you to come back to the present moment. Just say that word. My favorite saying is, "Be still and know that I am God." And I say that again and again, because there isn't anything I need to do. I just need to be present to the moment and to just let go. In the beginning, you may hear your own unruly voice, the noises more loudly than you hear God's voice. But in time, our mind quiets and our awareness deepens. The deepest things you need, my friends, are not elsewhere. They are here now in the circle of your soul. Here is where you receive, at the center of the labyrinth or at this moment in your prayer or meditation, the inner workings of your soul and heart's desire. Let it speak to you now. Perhaps you want to ask for something. Ask and you shall receive. Perhaps you want to do an intercessory prayer for someone else. Perhaps there's a moment of transformation just in this pause, in this silence, in this time of being. Just ask, my friends, and you shall receive. Just stay in this moment. I realize it can be difficult to stay in the silence and the stillness and to stay in that moment, but try to just be still, be quiet. Allow that to expand and just stay in this moment. You may have a sacred writing that you have that moves you. If you can remember it, pause and say it now, slowly, as if you were reading a love letter. Don't let it be rushed. Let it be absorbed into your very being. And if you don't at this moment, then in time, look at a sacred writing and find something that speaks to you. Because being able to say that, being able to remember that sacred writing, gives us an embrace, a pause, and hope in the moment. And as we return, think of all the ways that you are thankful today. Pause just as for a few moments, either as you're coming out of the labyrinth or as you're finishing up your meditation. Just a few moments to be thankful and to feel blessed. And then perhaps as you finish, as you come back to awareness and be present to this environment and this moment that you're in, it might be helpful to write what you experienced. Maybe you felt a sensation, or you heard a word, or you felt just joy, love, hope, and felt transformed in the minute and in that moment. Just write those things down. We know that as you write, and the longer you take with writing with your own hand in a journal, it actually helps those thoughts to expand and to deepen and new insights to be given. And so take a moment now just to write down what you experienced in this time of meditation and of prayer. Friends, remember to pause this week again and again to experience that inner stillness, the pause, the silence that expands. Remember to do this often during your week and ask a friend to do it with you. Just pause. Share with them the experience that you had, perhaps of that moment of inner peace, of just being, of being still, allowing that silence to expand and hearing the great song, that ancient wisdom that lies within. What makes you feel most alive? When was the last time that you paused long enough to even notice? To maybe listen to alone, my favorite sound. Or perhaps just sit by a lake or on a bench, have a cup of tea with a friend. When is the last time that you paused in awareness, took a few deep breaths, and just enjoyed the moment? Now, take a quiet moment now, either silently or in writing, to name 3 things that you are grateful for. And as you do this, perhaps you'd like to enter it in the chat below so you can share it with others. It doesn't have to be something complicated. It can be just that you are present now. Maybe that the sun is shining, that you can feel its warmth. Maybe it's that you're having lunch with a friend today. It can be simple and yet profound. It makes this moment special, aware, grounded, and loving. My friends, if this has blessed you today, could you please pass this on to someone that you feel would benefit from it and would enjoy a moment of peace? Maisie encourage you to smile and to hit subscribe so we can pause together to rewire our minds, recharge our spirits, and reclaim the peace that we can find within. As you leave this space, may you walk slowly, speak gently, and receive the world with a smile. All the best, my friends. God bless, and Slante.